Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome to the weekend. This spring weekend is in full swing with Tom and Steve here at Zoey Advertising. We appreciate you carving out a little time and listening to some local talk about local business. That's what we're all about here at Zoey Advertising. It's our pleasure right now to bring on David Schneckenburger, who is the president of Thompson and Johnson Equipment, a nice local business here that, we'll learn all about what they do. You can go to thompsonandjohnson.com if you want to check out their website and get a full...
He's not one of your people, Tom, finally.
No, he's not.
His name doesn't end in a vowel like everybody else that comes on the show.
No. I was at Five Guys hamburger joint, and I said, I'll take 2 Schneckenburgers and a side of fries.
Begun. And a small fry. Have you had a small fry there?
It's pretty big. How are you, David?
Doing great. Good to see you guys again. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Is there a seasonality to your business? Like when spring comes around, do you do anything differently over at the plant, or
we clean up after the winter?
Right.
No, really, we do not have a seasonal business.
Okay.
It's pretty consistent. January, February might be a little bit slower. People will spend a lot of money year end and then recoup for their budget.
Oh, okay.
Tell folks what you do.
Yeah, and your history.
What do we do?
Yeah,
so Thompson and Johnson Equipment Company is primarily a material handling equipment dealership. We sell, service, lease, rent forklift trucks primarily, Toyota, Crown, and Clark. And then we have a dock and door division that takes care of loading docks for our customers.
When you say it takes care of loading docks, do you
What could
build
go
them?
wrong?
Yeah,
What could go wrong? Well, most equipment needs to be PM'd, have planned maintenance service, so we do that. Loading docks don't normally require a lot of repair work. Doors do because people drive through them. So those are always good calls to get.
Right.
Stop looking at me, Tom.
Yeah. Would you put a door in for somebody? Like if they had a building, would you actually build that? Or?
So we will install for new construction.
Okay.
We will do replacement doors. We'll do repair of just individual panels.
And these are the big industrial overhead doors.
10-foot, 12-foot, 20-foot doors.
The kind you see in the movies where they press the big red button or the green button that opens.
That's it.
I've seen that.
So,
you got it.
So tractor trailers are backing up onto around these doors.
Yep, up to a dock.
To a dock door. Okay. And then we talked before, and my suspicion is you got into that business because their forklifts you have so many forklifts and you're in the space. So if the forklift hit the garage door or something, how did that start? Because you were forklifts for a long time, right?
Well, we've always been forklifts since 1954, but we were looking for a way to grow our business. And as a complementary business, dock and door is natural because the forklift trucks run over the dock leveler to get into a trailer. They go through the door, open door, hopefully. And typically the people that buy and maintain their dock and door equipment are the same folks that are doing their forklift trucks. So it was a natural for us.
I never thought about that the fork truck actually goes through the door and into the truck and then pulls out the pallets from the truck.
Correct.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, I always think of them as just
everything.
So what is your, first, how did you get into the business?
I got in the business. I ended up marrying the owner's daughter.
That's the best
and my
way.
note says you married up. That's what it says right here.
I did marry up.
Beautiful.
I went to college with Candy, and we were just good friends. And after college, we started talking and dating and ended up getting married. I was at that point in the Midwest selling steel for Jones & Laughlin Steel Corporation.
Yeah.
Talked to my at that point, father-in-law. We'd been married for about a year and decided to come back here and go to work for him in 1981. So it's been a fun ride for a lot of years.
What are some of the biggest challenges right now?
Challenges today are lead times on equipment. The supply chain issues that we've all heard about are getting better, but demand has increased immensely. in the forklift industry, the industry produces about 20,000 units a month, and we're taking orders at 25 to 30,000 a month. So obviously,
Sounds like a backlog.
it's a backlog.
Yeah,
So most products are 1 to 2 years out
So
right
are
now.
people fixing the older ones
They
more
are.
than maybe they did?
They are fixing more, which then puts more pressure on having more technicians, more mechanics. And as we all know, a lot of kids aren't going in the trade, so getting people that want to turn wrenches has been a problem.
Right.
So that's, to your point, that's one of our biggest concerns or issues is hiring new mechanics or technicians.
How much of the fleet is electric versus gasoline or propane or whatever else it runs on?
About 75% of what we sell is electric.
Gotcha. And then what is the other makeup? Is it propane or is
Mostly LPG propane, and then very little gasoline and some diesel.
Is it true that New York is one of the most friendliest states to do business in?
It depends what your business is, I guess.
it? Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You work for the tax department.
If you want to sell marijuana, it's awesome. You know?
Even that's a problem to sell.
right.
So there's challenges in New York that someone might not have in Texas or Florida.
That is true.
What might they be?
Regulations certainly are a problem in New York State. That's no surprise. I think other problems.
It's like, and is energy, so we go to electric batteries.
Yeah.
And now everything's electric, even things that shouldn't be.
Have the batteries changed much over, let's say, a 5-year look back? Have they changed in size and makeup?
Batteries, the chemistry, the type of battery has changed. So today you hear about cars with lithium-ion batteries.
Yes.
They are now becoming more and more popular in forklift trucks. They are a much more expensive product, but they allow a user to recharge very quickly, which means they don't have to perhaps they no longer have to have multiple batteries. So instead of having 2 or 3 batteries for a 24/7 operation, they can only have one battery, charge it during breaks and between shifts, and save a lot of space.
Are they more dangerous?
If people buy UL rated 2580 batteries, no, they're very safe.
Yeah.
Are there some out there that aren't quite as safe?
Because Tom, did you ever see the videos on YouTube of like the Tesla?
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And then the car starts to burn, and it's a thermal runaway. I think that's the term that they use.
Yeah.
And you basically sit around and keep people away, and it just kind of has to burn itself out.
Correct. Yeah,
Crazy, man.
So the new design is they have to be able to be dropped from a certain elevation. They have to be able to have a cell punctured and put a flame to it and prove that the system will not allow it to spread. So
So if we look, and I know you don't have a crystal ball, but if we look 5 years into the future, do you feel that the batteries will get smaller and more lightweight?
Well, for a forklift truck, we don't want lightweight.
Oh,
we
I didn't
need
know that.
the battery's part of the counterweight.
Oh, no kidding.
So
Really?
whereas in a car, you want as light as
Yeah,
possible.
of course,
So,
yeah.
But will they get lighter? Yes, they will. So we'll just add more counterweight.
Right.
Will we get better energy density?
Yeah.
They'll change chemistries. And the next generation will probably be 3 times the energy density as what we have today.
Okay. Wow.
So better range, better capabilities.
So I've heard someone call you the forklift people. Is that a fair statement?
That's happened for a few decades, yes.
I've heard that. So why you guys? You can get forklifts a variety of places. Why do people do business with Thompson & Johnson?
Primarily, it's our service business. We have 160 some odd employees, and over half of them are mechanics or technicians.
Right.
So we very much service what we sell, and you can buy any product. Our joke is the sales department sells the first forklift truck, the service department sells the next one.
Well, I don't think that's a joke. That sounds true.
Because if we don't service it well, then our customers are not coming back to us.
Yeah.
It sounds like you, with 160 employees, you have a lot of customers coming back.
We do.
And you want some more employees. You need some technicians.
We always need technicians.
And how can they get a hold of you to apply?
Website, thompsonandjohnson.com. There's a careers button. Click there, fill out a form, and we now have a full-time recruiter. Just because of what we've gone through trying to hire technicians, we went to a full-time recruiter. So she's working hard at it now.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. That's David Schneckenburger right there. He's the president of Thompson & Johnson Equipment, thompsonandjohnson.com. You have a great rest of the day, and thank you.
You too. Thanks so much.
Okay. Stick around. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. We'll have conversations with Jennifer Covert, Executive Director of North Area Meals on Wheels. Danielle McCurry is the owner of DD Restaurants and Hospitality. Josh Lang is the pastor at Redeemer Church in Syracuse. And then Brad Marble wraps us up, General Manager of USA Insulation of Syracuse. Stick around. Hour number 2 starts really soon.